What is going on, guys? Day 4 in Mobile, Alabama. As you can see, I'll do my 360 pan shot that I'm so famously known for. Woo! Look at that, it's just nasty. Yesterday it rained for like 16 hours. I think they got like 5 or 6 inches of rain yesterday. It just poured and poured and poured and didn't stop. So we didn't do anything. We sat around, watched some basketball, watched some baseball, watched a little bit of hockey. Sports Center is pretty much, I don't know, I guess what we do when it rains outside. So right now we're on the way to the airport where we're going to turn our rental car, pick up my dad, and head to Louisiana. And it should be pretty awesome. I think we're going to have just an awesome dinner tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, just kidding. All right, so I just returned my car here at the Thrifty Car Rental in the Mobile, Alabama airport. My dad and my brother are way down there renting their car from National, I think. So as soon as they go check all the damage on my car, we're gonna get out of here and head to Louisiana. Oh man, the sun is right above me and it's so hard to get good lighting. Look at that, straight up. Anyways, here's our new rental car. We've gone from one rental car to another. Here we go to Louisiana. So here we are at Dreamland Barbecue. You can see it looks exactly like a strip club. Mirrored windows, no windows looking in whatsoever. It's probably not a clock inside, but it's the best barbecue around. Here we are with my dad and my brother. In Alabama, barbecue places will give you bread and barbecue sauce. It's like their chips and salsa, I guess. It's delicious.
Wonder bread.
Wonder bread. Wonderful.
Not good for sandwiches.
Alright, so here is the best barbecue in all of Alabama. Got the macaroni and cheese, the fries, and the ribs. Let's see if I can try this.
More water?
Nothing. That is so good. We're now in Louisiana. We just drove past the Louisiana, such a hard word to say, sign of port of entry, whatever it is. Drove through Mississippi, and we're gonna be driving through New Orleans if you're down here pretty soon. And we're gonna see some of the Hurricane Katrina damage. This is Lake Pontchartrain, and this is where the levees failed during Hurricane Katrina, which wasn't 4 years ago, it was like 7 years ago. It was a pretty long time ago. But it's just a gigantic, gigantic lake. The levees are kind of like way down there somewhere. And when those broke, a lot of this water went flooding into New Orleans. Created just a real mess. Killed a lot of people, but we're gonna see some of the damage that's been left over. It's almost 10 years later and they have just, I mean, an excessive amount of damage that you can still see that's left over, and it still just looks kind of like a third world country in some places of the city, so pretty terrible. There's the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, aka the Superdome. It's one of the only stadiums of its kind where it was built as like a large hard-shell dome. Pretty sweet. Here are the two gigantic bridges that are like almost identical, except this one's way newer than that one, so I'm glad we're on this side. But we're going over the Mississippi right now. Can't really see it down there, maybe just a little bit. Alright, so here is the bayou. We are officially in the swamp on the freeway. We are at Joe's Landing in, where are we? Marrero, Louisiana, which is an interesting little place. Across the river from New Orleans. Alright, so people down here collect oysters, fish, and shrimp. There's a huge, huge shrimping boat over there. This is the canal that goes out to the ocean. It's pretty cool. Oh, look at that, jets. Fighter jets. That's pretty cool. Look at all the little shrimp. That's crazy. This is what they use as bait here. Shrimp. Shrimp and fish. There's a giant mosquito made out of scrap metal. It was pretty cool. Here's a cemetery, which is just a little bit different because they don't bury the people, but they lay them to rest above ground because it's below sea level, and as soon as they dig down into the ground, there's water, and you can't bury people down there. So all of the cemeteries around here are above ground, which I personally think is a little creepy. That guy's got garage doors and his house is 20 feet off the ground. That is awesome. So here we are, Boulevard's Fishing Charters. Yeah, they have a whole like setup. I mean, you can bring 20, 30 people out here for some kind of conference event, and they'll cook food for you, and you can stay here and do all that cool stuff. All right, so we made it. I'm in Louisiana, I'm on the water. This is actually the boats that we're gonna be using. They're fixing the seaplane dock right now. This is where the seaplane lands and takes off. This is where I'll be staying for the next couple days. Really kind of a cool area. It's got an inn, I guess, kind of a hotel inn area. We all share a room. Hot tub up there, so I'll be hitting that up just a little bit later. Even though it's like 90 degrees outside, I probably don't need the hot tub. But I imagine at night, after a long day of fishing, it'll probably feel pretty good.
Pretty big.
No.
Skeptical, very skeptical.
It's over. It's in this one. Oh, check out that fish though. It's a nice fish.
50-pound redfish.
50-pound redfish.
I hate snakes too. I'm like, ugh. That is so funny. No, I'm just kidding. It's in the cooler over there. No, it's not. There's snakes over there too. All right, so here's the room we're staying in. Got the little bathroom up here, shower, toilet, bunk beds. Kind of like you could bring, what, 12 people and sleep in this room. It'd be a little crowded, but it's a pretty cool little area. Got like the game room out here. Pretty sweet. Arr, alligator head. There's a lot of really cool stuff on the walls around here. Huge largemouth, crappies. And they have Bill Dance broke my toilet seat over here, which is really, Bill Dance is one of the greatest fishermen ever. You can see Bill Dance broke my toilet seat, and then they had him sign it, which is pretty funny. I guess he was here yesterday. We missed him by one day, which is kind of a bummer. Would have been really cool to meet that guy. And then here's the kitchen where they cook all the food. She's the chef expert around these parts. And then here's the outside. Alright, so I'm getting my fishing license online, 2012. Are we ready to go fishing? Right now I'm out in the dock area where all the boats are and they keep all the planes and stuff. And there's a 12-foot alligator that lives under this dock. They catch fish, clean fish, give them to the people, and they dump all the fish guts in the water, and I guess there's just a huge alligator that lives down here that eats all the fish parts. So I'm looking for him. I'm gonna try to find him. Do not feed alligators. Violation of the Louisiana state law. This is awesome. Bottle of Jack Daniels and Kettle One just sitting out here on the dock, ready to go. All right, so we just got done eating the gumbo, jambalaya, whatever it is. It was delicious, gumbo. And now we're having a Cajun dinner. We got some vegetables, fish, rice, chicken, and of course the bread roll. And I'm drinking only water today. Whoa, look at that crazy cloud. All right, what's going on, guys? John. It is day 5 in Mobile, Alabama. Woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, the sun's just coming up behind me. And we're gonna head out fishing right now. Should be just an awesome day of fishing. I guess we're gonna be getting into a lot of awesome fish. Might catch an alligator, so hopefully we can find one of those. I'm really excited though. I haven't been fishing on a trip like this in a really long time. Just getting ready to go fishing. And yeah, here we go. All right, so here we are buying a little bait at Joe's Landing. Sun is coming up on the bayou. Alright, so we just got done motoring down the bayou for about 35 minutes, and I think we're to our fishing spot here. Dive right into it and catch some big fish. First fish of the trip. Just a little guy. The guys already have to fix my rod once. Got it all tangled up and haven't caught a fish yet, but these guys are reeling them in left and right. Caught a stingray. Pretty awesome. Just catching everything out here. What kind of stingray is that?
Just a regular stingray. Southern ray.
Got a catfish.
Ooh, I just missed something.
Just a little one. Hold it up next to the camera.
Hold it real close.
Got a big one. I should zoom out just a little bit. Actually a big one. Not the cam trick size. How big is that one? About 6 pounds?
Yeah, he's about 5-6 pounds again.
Nice fish. Got 2 fishes on, 1 catfish. Tom's got a pretty big fish over there.
Yeah, buddy. Might be the biggest one of the day so far.
Nice. What's that, about 8 pounds, 9 pounds?
Yeah.
Sweet. Don't forget to go to nikkiandjohnvlog.com. So here we are just fishing away. Fishing for redfish. As you can see, we're fishing with bobbers and jigs. There's about 2 feet of line. You pop the line just like this. And then you keep doing that all the way back to the boat until the fish bite. Ooh. That fish just jumping in the air like, ah, someone's trying to eat me. Nice little red fish there. All right, so we've been fishing for about 3 or 4 hours now. We've already caught, 18 redfish. We got about 8 or so catfish in the bag. We got 2 more fish to catch. Our limit's 20 fish, and then we're gonna be done for the day. So we've been absolutely killing it. The fishing's been really good. Catching a lot of fish, which is what you want to do when you go fishing. It's kind of interesting. We're out on the bayou here, and the bayou is just a gigantic piece of swamp, water like this. So they have to run the power lines all the way across the swamp, and as you can see, I mean, it gets some pretty serious power lines down there. So pretty interesting. Just keeps on going and going. Look how tall that one is. So we've seen our first alligator. Look at him. He's cruising. He's wagging his tail and everything. That's crazy. How big a great gator is that? Woohoo! That's awesome.
That is animal, not.
That's a 6-foot alligator? 5? It just like they don't look as big as they are in the water, do they? Check out the size of the catfish they just caught. This is the other Nick working for the same charter. That is a big catfish. Wow.
I guarantee that thing.
It ain't light.
It's funny he tried to get out. Like, eh.
It was just the head of it.
Ugh. I'll zoom in on his teeth. Holy crap. Look at his teeth. He needs braces. He's like, he just wants to bite me too. Like, come on, just bite.
Get close to my mouth.
All right, so we caught our limit for the day and we're headed in. Awesome day of fishing. The guys over there caught that 50-pound catfish that I showed you. They caught a sheephead with all those little weird teeth. It was really crazy. We're gonna go in, have a few beers, maybe a cocktail, and then we'll be back tomorrow. So this is kind of the lifestyle down here on the bayou. You can see everyone just builds right on the water. There's channels that just come in and out of everywhere. There's so much water. Shrimping, oystering. Well, they don't do oysters down here because there's not enough salt. But they shrimp, they fish, they do all sorts of stuff. They do swamp boat tours. We saw a bunch of gators. Saw 2 really big gators. I didn't film this one. I was just looking at it and I was like, that looks like a gator. And it was gigantic. Hey, it's one of those bridges that turns sideways. So when a big boat comes down the channel, this whole bridge actually will turn 90 degrees and open up. Oh, we're gonna go under the bridge. Oh my God, we're going under the bridge. Oh gee. Oh gee. Oh man, I can't believe we made it. All right, and we are back at the compound, as we like to call it. So we just got back to shore. Got all our fish out of the boat, took a couple pictures. And then Tom slapped me in the face with a slimy fish, which was disgusting. It was just like slime everywhere on my backpack. Really, really gross. So that was awesome. Oh man, what a great day of fishing. Just had an awesome Cajun lunch. It was really good. And now I'm gonna take a nap.